Hello and welcome back to Willcome America Digital Edition Journey. In today's video, we're going to make some simple modifications to our logo from the previous video, the Sunday is for Football logo. So I'm going to go ahead and just display it on the screen by clicking on the tab Football. And a couple things that I want to do to this design is the first thing I want to do is I want to change the size of the football. So I can go ahead and grab the select tool and draw a box around it, and the football is selected. If we look at the width and the height, it's giving us the width of the football at about 2 inches and the height at about 1.25 inches. I'm going to go ahead and scale up the width of this football to 4 inches. And because the lock is turned on, meaning that it will rescale this design proportionally. So now that I've put in the 4, I'm just going to press enter, and the football has grown to 4 inches by 2.502. I'm going to go ahead and move the Sunday up because it no longer looks correct inside the football, and then 4 football is going to be moved down. A couple other things that I want to do this design is now that I've made it a little bit larger, I want to take these satin stitches and I want to change them to a tatami. So again, I can click on my select tool and click on this blue, and I can tell it says down at the bottom it's a manual stitch, so I know it's not my satin stitches. So this is where the color object list comes in handy. If I look at the second block of color, the blue, this object 11 is my satin stitches, and I can see that because this icon is the satin icon for the digital edition software. I can see it here. So I'm gonna hold down the control key and click on object 13. So now I have 11 and 13 selected, both satin stitches, and I'm going to come to the fills and select tatami. So now I've changed the stitch type of that area of the football. The other thing that I don't like very much in my design is that Sunday is for football is the same color as the border of the design. Because remember, your designs are actually going to sew in the way that you build them. So when we put in Sunday is for football, it picked up the very last color in the design. So I'm going to click on Sunday is and make that yellow. And for football, I'm going to make that yellow as well. So I've scaled up the design to 4 inches, and I've changed the color for the text. The next thing I want to do is I want to import a logo into the center of this football. So we open this design and it opened in a new window. Because I want to add an existing design into this pattern, this time around I'm going to go to File, Import Embroidery, and I'm going to navigate to my company logos, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up, let's see, we'll pull up the small Willcome America and click Open. And even though I'm opening, it's being imported into the current screen. Now I'm just going to move it over to the right because it's a little bit too big for my football, so I'm just going to select the word America and delete it and grab Willcome and move it into the center of my logo of my football. I could try to make it just a little bit smaller here. Now when we did the football, we did it by exact width and height dimensions. This time around, I'm just going to scale it down using the nodes. So I'm clicking and dragging, you do see that that tooltip is over to the right, saying the width is about a little bit over 2 inches. So I'm just going to leave it there, click and drag it to the center of the football. If I press 0 on the keyboard, it displays the entire design in the center of the screen. So in this particular video, we have scaled up our original logo. We have added some color changes to the text. And then we've imported an existing file to create a brand new look to this logo. Now, we want to go ahead and save this design, so I recommend always doing a save as first and naming your file. This is going to be the Wilcom Football. Clicking save. You want to make sure that you save periodically.